Good afternoon, Honorable Minister, Director Technical Service, Director Tax Policy, the numerous stakeholders. On here we have the import community, the export community. We have stakeholders from the different business sectors, and then we also have representatives from the different MDAs and all other protocols duly observed. My name is Dennis Obeto. I'm the MD for Core Technology Solutions Limited, technical partners to the Ministry of Finance and consultants on the incentives management. I would like to welcome everybody to this very important IDEC sensitization webinar. Now, I use the phrase very important, not as a cliche, but you know, more than any period in our country's history, this is a time that the country requires heavy concentration in fiscal responsibility. Now, under the leadership of the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, there has been a constant drive towards more and more transparency in the administration of fiscal incentives. This drive was not just to reduce or eliminate the volume of incentives, but to ensure that these incentives will go directly to those intended, which are companies willing to invest in certain segments of the economy, like manufacturing, agriculture, and technological advancements in our existing industries that will spur economic growth, providing employment and livable wage for the bottom 90% of the populace. Now, think about it. Would you rather have the duty waivers go towards a company manufacturing horseshoes, or a company that wants to manufacture brake pads? So let's take, for instance, the renewable energy. If the government waiver incentive is specifically for solar panels that contains diodes, due to the difference in HS codes, the system will not allow waivers be applied to solar panels without diodes. It's that simple. Now, what happens in this case is algorithms for every incentive provided is programmed into the system, drilling down to the specific HS code of that item, the specificity of the project which is intended, tariffs waived, whether it is just the import duty, levies, VATs, also requiring applicants to state the benefits of the intended projects to the economy, and then evaluate the impact over a specified period of time. These are some of the areas that will be touched on over the course of today, especially the how. These measures will hopefully serve as a deterrent to companies willing to take undue advantage of incentives meant for serious investors. Now, we'll be going through what these measures will be, most especially the clawback mechanism for those companies that are erring. I would now quickly take us to the next item. From what I gathered, the minister is in an engagement. He will join us shortly. That will be the highlights of today, in my estimation. I will now yield to additional to just take us to the next item. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dennis, for such a detailed overview of the webinar.